You know what day it is? Motorhome Mondays. Look at this place. Oh yes. There's been worse places I've done Motorhome Mondays, I think you will agree. Oh, look at it, look at it. The water, but just look at this. I'll just only show you for a minute, but look how clear the water is. It's absolutely incredible. But as you can see, there's some rain clouds rolling in. I'm being trolled. I'm being trolled. Before we crack on with the questions, I want to say a massive shout out to Mark and his wife Angie, who sent me an email this week. They both watch every week. Angie sits and watches every week, which I really appreciate. Thanks, Angie. But Mark sent his first email ever, and I was the one he sent it to. How cool is that? Brilliant, brilliant. So cheers, Mark. Stickers are in the post. They should be with you soon. So, yep. Thanks for watching. Right. Let's crack on with the questions. There's quite a lot of Scottish questions this week, as I'm on a Scottish trip. So, makes sense, really, doesn't it? First one, did you plan your trip? Like, for example, where you were going, where you were going to stay and what you wanted to visit? I'll be honest, it will probably annoy a few people. Nope, I didn't plan anything really. I just wanted to see this. I wanted to see the landscape. That's all I wanted to see. I wanted to get away from big towns, cities and all that. And I wanted to see beautiful, breathtaking landscape, the water. I wanted to see just the countryside, basically. We knew that we were going to go up probably the west side, and we were hunting around on Google Earth and Street View for potential park ups. So we had a bank of them once we were up here. But apart from that, there was no real structured plan. We just kind of took it as it is, and we still are taking it as it is. Pretty loosey-goosey really, because you don't know what's going to happen. You might come down somewhere and it's piddling down with rain, so you'll try to travel while it's piddling down with rain to somewhere else. So keep the plans loose and yeah, have a great time. And it seems to have worked, and I cannot wait to come back to this place. Cannot wait. Did you have a budget for fuel and food? Now again, with a normal trip, I would have planned, what I'm going to do. And everything, but this is kind of this trip's kind of in place of my my Turkey trip. So I did have a fund of money for Turkey, spending money and everything ready to go to Turkey. So I just kind of took all of that and put that in its place. There's no way I'm going to use all of it, but no, I didn't really say, right, I've got £200 for fuel or £400 for fuel. I didn't really do that. I just took it. I need fuel. I've got to buy fuel. That's basically it, really. Yeah. So food, I've probably gone quite extravagant. I mean, I went to a cheese shop yesterday. Went to a little farm shop with some cheese, and it'll be in this week's or next week's vlog, and I'll. I bought a lot of cheese, let's just say that. Let's just leave it at that, shall we? But it's cheese, I love cheese. So, no, it's kind of a holiday for me because I was meant to be in Turkey, so I haven't really restricted myself. I've used the holiday money that I saved up for Turkey. So, I will do a breakdown once I get back of what I kind of spent and how many miles I've done and how much fuel I spent, how much fuel I burnt and gas and all that. So, I will do that at the end of the trip when I'm back down to work area. So we'll go with that. Next question. Have you stopped anywhere longer than you expected so far? We stopped on a campsite for 3 nights because it was a bit wet, and me and John had to do editing. So we arrived at the end of the day on the first day, so that was pretty much all done and dusted. So then we had 2 solid days on the campsite, which was a nice campsite, nice place, near Aviemore. Yeah, I think it was like £20 a night, £25 a night. So, I think we planned like probably 2 nights. We knew that we was going to do 2 nights, but yeah, we stayed a little bit longer, and it was quite nice. Got nice facilities, got to dump all the tanks, fill everything up, use all their showers and everything. So that's pretty good, really. Look at that! Look at that blue sky back there. How good is that? I'm sorry, I'm just falling in love with this place. I really am. It's brilliant. But next question. What has the reception in Scotland been like? I've seen many reports online of people not being very nice to people in motorhomes and campervans. It's been blooming fantastic. I've had no bad words from anyone. I haven't really gone into cities much. We've gone into little towns, supported the local businesses, like if there's a little pub that we can go to, all socially distanced, all masked up, all sanitised, you know, they're all following the rules. So we've done that a few times. Like I say, little corner shops, we've shopped in them, and local farms and butchers, if we can go to them, been to them, and I have been to them, and none of them have said anything, you know. They're all pleasant and polite. I don't know if it's just someone's had a bad rap at the moment or what, but I know there was back in the height of the whole situation. But right now, no, it seems to be perfectly fine. Look at that! Look at that! Yeah, so no, I've had no trouble, no bad words, and I'm loving it. Next one, is it busy there? Have you struggled to find places to stop? To say there's a lot of motorhomes is an understatement. There are tons of motorhomes out and camper vans out at the moment. There's a lot of the rental companies I think they must be out of stock, because there's so many rental motorhomes out on the road. It's mad, it really is. But it's good because you also blend in, so you're not the sore thumb sticking out. You're with everyone else. Campsites are quite busy. So yeah, it's nice. But I mean, we parked up last night at this little spot where we are now, and there was quite a few motorhomes, but we fit in and it was fine. There's the three of us now, and then there's two more motorhomes there now, so it's all fine. You see them travelling around though. There's quite a lot of people travelling around, which is good to see. It's good to see people getting out there and spending money. We need to spend some money. That's what's going to keep the little local economies alive. I don't want to come back in 6 months to a year's time and they're all gone. That would just be so sad, you know. If that happens, I want them all to stay, and obviously they want to stay. It's their livelihoods. Next question? What's your favourite thing you have seen so far? This is going to be really generic, but the landscape. You don't get this down south. You don't get this near London. None of this. I mean, just look. It's, you know, my motorhome's there, and this is my view. You know, it's the landscape. And I've seen, yesterday we saw some stags as we were driving up, and last night there were stags all around, which was amazing. And last night you could hear all the stags and the deer. It's pretty cool. But there's a nice ruin, castle ruin there. Not nice that it's been ruined, but it looks pretty cool. But yeah, literally the views. That is my favourite part of this trip. I don't know what more to say. I'm just loving it. And lastly, last question: how have you coped for power so far? Yep, we're not doing too bad. When I was in Loch Lomond, we were under some trees, and it was pretty poor weather for a couple of days. And that was, I got down to about 60%, 65% on my batteries. So, but then I charged them up. They're all charged fine. They charge on the road, and we get some solar. So I've just been using the Power Oak and the power banks, and then when we are on the road, then charging everything up as we drive, which is, you know, what you need to do. But no, I haven't really suffered, you know, with power, fortunately. And then we was on a campsite for a couple of days, so that really helped. Got everything charged. But no, solar's doing its thing. You have a couple of days, you have to be reserved. You can't cane it, because if you've got a couple of overcast days, that could really knock you out the water. So just take it easy. But it seems to be going all right so far. So That is it for this week's Motorhome Mondays, guys. If you've got any questions, Scotland or anything related, doesn't really matter, for next week's Motorhome Mondays, drop them in the comments below. Send me an email, Darren, D-A-R-R-A-N @theurbanmotorhome.com, or hit me on Instagram or Facebook, and we'll get to them. And I will catch you next week. Have a great week, guys. Bye.